This unit is about functions. A lot of it will be just reviewing some function terms from your Algebra 1 and your Algebra 2 class. But in pre-cal, we're actually going to expand upon those, and we'll also have some new characteristics to go over. Okay, but for starters, recall that functions are relations in which every x value, which are the independent values, have only one y value or dependent value. They only match up with one y value. We represent functions with a table or with a graph or with an algebraic equation. When we're writing functions algebraically, for example, the function f of x equal 2x plus 5. Okay. This f of x is called function notation. The f is the name of the function. You'll see g of x, you'll see h of x. That is the name of the function. This is the f function. F of x, this right here, you say f of x or f at x. That is the y value associated with the x value. Okay, so this is f of x or f at x. So it looks like fat. F at x. And that is the y value associated with the x value. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So this right here, f of 4, that means the y value when x equals 4. Okay, you could find that on the graph like you have to do on your first paper. In this case, f of 4, though, since we have an algebraic form, we're just going to put 4 in for that x value. So 2 times 4 plus 5, which is equal to 8 plus 5, or 13. That's what f of 4 means. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about in this first function video is something called interval notation. In the past, you have written things in what's called set builder notation. And what I mean for that is when we're comparing things to a particular value. Like if I had this graph right here, let's say that we are going this direction right here, and I want to know about these values. Okay, we're going to say that this value, let's say that that's -3. Okay, in set builder notation, this would be, let's call it n, the number over here is greater than, right? Is greater than -3. It actually, in your college classes, you'll see it like this. The way that you read that is the set of n such that n is greater than -3. This circle wasn't colored in, so I don't put a bar right there. Okay. In interval notation, what you look at is your least value and your greatest value. So in this area right here, my least value is -3. Okay. It's an open circle, so I'm going to use a parentheses there. Now then, if this keeps on going and keeps on going, it's heading all the way to infinity. So the largest value here would be infinity, so I just put infinity right here. Okay? So this interval is from -3 all the way to infinity. Okay? Let's look at another example. Let's see. Let's say that that's +7 right there. And I'm interested in +7 and everything to the left of +7, and it's going to keep on going. Okay. If it keeps on going this direction, that's negative infinity. Okay? So in set builder notation, it would be n such that n is less than, this is colored in this time, so I would put that bar, less than 7. Okay? That is set builder notation. Interval notation, once again, we start at the left. What is the smallest number that this can be? And that would be negative infinity. So negative infinity is the smallest, and I keep on going till I get to 7. So 7 is the largest number that it can be. Okay. Now on this one, since this is colored in, we're going to use a bracket here. When this is colored in, we use a bracket. Just like when this is colored in, you put a bar. Okay? So this is set builder notation. This is interval notation. You still know how to do this part. You still need to know how to do this part. But most of the time in here, we're going to use interval notation. Let me show you one more example. Okay. Let's say that I've got a graph that goes from here and it ends right here. Okay. We'll say that that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So my graph is going, or my numbers that I'm interested in are between 2 and 8, including 2. In set builder notation, it's going to look like this. Okay. 2 is less than or equal to n, which is less than 8. Okay. But in interval notation, a graph just like this is why I like interval notation. My lowest number is 2. And it's included, so I'm going to put a bracket, comma. My highest number is 8. It's not included, so I put a parenthesis. So I know that my numbers go from 2 to 8. It includes 2, but it doesn't include 8. Okay, that's part 1 of functions. Stay tuned for part 2.